What's up, y'all? Today we're cooking tortilla high protein pizzas. I'm gonna make two different variations. I'm gonna show you how you can still eat your favorite foods while keeping your calories down and hitting your macros. What's up, family? Welcome back to Healthier Lifestyles with Corey Styles. I'm so glad you joined me today. Today we are cooking tortilla high protein pizzas. A lot of people have been chiming in and saying, what are you eating? So then I showed kind of a grocery haul and they're like, yeah, well that's cool, but how do you make this work? How do you actually eat these things? So I'm gonna start showing you guys the type of meals that I'm making, just how easy it is for you to do these at home. This is one of my favorite meals. This is tortilla high protein pizzas. We're gonna be using fat-free cheese, turkey pepperoni, regular sauce. We're gonna be using some carb tortillas and it's gonna be delicious. Let's get started. For starters, if you don't already have a food scale, you need to cop a food scale. Anybody who's trying to effectively lose weight and diet, knowing what you're intaking, you have to have one of these scales because guessing just doesn't work. 30 grams of spinach and 30 grams of pepperoni look a lot different. So what you wanna do is cop one of these scales. They're not that expensive. I think this one was like $21. You can get them on Amazon even cheaper, but cop one of these. For my high protein tortilla pizzas, we're gonna start with these Don Pancho carb control wraps. Each one of these wraps is 80 calories and 8 grams of protein, only 2.5 grams of fat, and only 6 net grams of carbs because it has so much dietary fiber in it. So these are delicious. We're actually gonna use 2 of these. So what I do first is I take the oven, preheat it to 350 degrees. Take a baking pan like this. You're gonna spray it with olive oil spray or whatever you use. I use the olive oil spray. It doesn't add any calories. We're gonna take the tortilla and I do this. Rub it, get a tiny bit of that olive oil on it. Do the same with the other one. That way you have a little bit of olive oil on top because we're gonna put these in and let them kind of crunch up a little bit before we even make the pizzas. So we're gonna toss those bad boys in the oven for about 5 minutes, let the crunchy layer kind of develop, pull them back out and begin to build our pizza. I've already pre-weighed the ingredients. These are the ingredients for the regular pizza. It's gonna have 60 grams of regular pizza sauce. That only has like 30 calories in it. It's gonna have 28 grams of fat-free mozzarella cheese, 14 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese, and 30 grams of turkey pepperoni. Optionally, I'm also gonna use some of this roasted garlic and herb seasoning. You don't have to do that. You could put an Italian seasoning if you want. You could use nature seasoning, any of those things. It's not gonna add calories. It's gonna add a little bit of sodium and some flavor. Now these are the ingredients for the second pizza I'm making. I'm making 2 because you can eat 2 of these as a meal and still be under your calories. It has the same pizza sauce, the same fat-free cheese, and the same turkey pepperoni as before. Only this one I'm adding tomato, spinach, 20 calories of grated Parmesan. I'm adding a baby bell cheese to the base to add richness. It's gonna be delicious. I'm also gonna put sriracha on this one and the same seasoning. So this is the thing, man. I spent my first 7 to 8 months of dieting, eating just like tuna, broccoli, those type of things, only getting like 1,200 calories. I had to drop a lot of weight, so I needed to do that initially. But after I started working out, adding exercise to it, and getting on a much more strong meal plan, I've had to try to find different ways to incorporate protein, keep my macros in line, but also keeping the calories down. So I've found a lot of different things that I'm cooking that are making it to where I get to eat the foods that I like, but I'm still following my diet plan. I'm still losing weight and gaining muscle. That's one of the hardest things to do in the world, is to stick to a diet plan while losing weight and gaining muscle at the same time. But I'm doing it and I'm using these foods to help fuel that. I still have quite a bit of weight to lose, but I'm trying to just lose it at like a pound a week. I mean, let's be honest, I was trying to get shredded abs for the summer, but the summer kind of got canceled, right? So I'll get shredded abs by next summer. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm in better shape than I've been my entire adult life. And I'm finding different ways to involve other people and get them foods that they like to eat too. This is one of my favorite recipes. Who doesn't like pizza? Pizza used to just be my cheat meal. Now it's a lot more than that to me. Just realized I filmed half this video with the hair on the lens. I hope it didn't get in the way, and if it did, that sucks. Alright, after 5 minutes, the tortillas are a little bit more crunchy, a little bit more structured. I'm gonna flip them like so, and let's get started. So on this first pizza, I'm gonna take the pizza sauce, put it right on there, and we're gonna spread it out, keeping about a ½ inch of space as the crust on the outside. That's optional too. You don't have to do that. You can do as much crust or as little crust as you want. It's not gonna be real crust, but it's gonna give you something to hold on to when you're eating the pizza. Then you take your mozzarella cheese. This is what's called the base cheese. You're gonna take your base cheese, you're gonna spread it out evenly throughout your pizza. Grab your pepperonis, put them evenly throughout your pizza as well. You'll be surprised how much of this pizza these pepperonis cover. I'm almost running out of spots to put the pepperonis. Now, we're gonna take the cheddar cheese, which I call topping cheese. We're gonna put it right on top of the pepperonis. Just like that. And then I take the plate. We already counted for all those macros. They're already in my fitness pal, so they're going on these pizzas. That's pizza one. Pizza one already looks delicious. All it needs now is a hit of this seasoning. Pizza two is gonna be the one that's a little bit more interesting. So first thing I do with pizza two is take this Laughing Cow cheese, and I'm gonna put this down as a base. Laughing Cow is like a real milky, low fat cheese. So I'm gonna take it and spread it. It spreads a lot like ricotta cheese. So if you're a fan of calzones, you're gonna be familiar with the rich, creamy flavor that this has. This is like that without all the calories. Then we're gonna take our pizza sauce, put the pizza sauce down, spread it around, giving ourselves a little bit of crust action. There's also no rules to this. You can kind of just do it however you want. You can add or subtract. Just make sure that you weigh out the things that you put on here and you put it in MyFitnessPal. If you're trying to lose weight and you're not counting your calories, you can still do it, but it's not effective for me. I found the only way was to continuously calculate everything that I'm eating. I use MyFitnessPal and it's perfect for this. Now I'm gonna take the Parmesan cheese and I'm gonna spread about half of the Parmesan cheese on there. Take the mozzarella, put the mozzarella on. Turkey pepperonis again. Turkey pepperonis, it's amazing how delicious turkey pepperonis taste for how low calorie they are compared to regular pepperoni. All those are on there. Now, I'm gonna take my spinach. I'm gonna spread my spinach on here. I cut this up finely. I don't like big chunks of spinach. I love spinach, but I like it more sparingly like this. Then you're gonna take your topping cheese, your Fat Free Cheddar cheese, you're gonna put that on top. You're gonna take your plate, you're gonna scrape the rest of your plate because you already paid for these macros, you're getting them. Then you are going to take the rest of your parm and you're going to just put that on there like that. So then we have our, almost forgot to shake on the pizza. Put your seasoning on there, whatever seasoning it is that you want to have. And we throw these guys in the oven. You're gonna bake it. It only needs about 6 minutes, 6 to 8. 8 to 12 is where I put it because some people like extra crust, extra crispy. So I'm gonna bake it for 6 minutes, check it, but it's probably gonna be 8 minutes. So we're gonna set the bake time to 8 minutes. Just like that. Now I know what you might be thinking. Hey Corey, you didn't put the tomatoes on there. Personally, I like the tomatoes on there after it cooks. I like fresh tomatoes. However, I dropped my tomatoes on the floor, so this is not having tomatoes on it anyway. Now I gotta go back into MyFitnessPal and take the tomato out. Done. So as these pizzas cook, I do want to cover the macros with you. The macros on these pizzas are incredible. So the pepperoni pizza with just the pepperoni and cheese, 256 calories, 32 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, and only 7 grams of fat. 256 calories. Now, if you have that pizza and you pair it with like a Dannon Light and Fit yogurt that's only 80 calories, much more protein, you're making a whole meal, right? If you make 2 of those pizzas, which is optimal, 512 calories, 64 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, that's awesome. That's dope for me. That's a high protein, low fat pizza. You get a ton of it, right? So for the extra one that I made, the one that had the extra items, it had extra flavor with some Parmesan cheese. It had some spinach on there. It was gonna have tomatoes, but that's gone. It also has the Laughing Cow, so it makes it a little bit more milky cheese layer. 310 calories, 38 grams of protein, 15 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. So That's not bad either. I'm going to consume both these pizzas. So as soon as these are done, I'm gonna cut them up, take a bite, show you how delicious it is, and then I'm gonna show you what my first meal is caloric wise and macros wise. Shout out Rockstar. Not a sponsor yet, and now we wait. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you don't have the tools for the job, you feel me? Make sure you cop a pizza cutter. It changes the game. Now this is perfect for pizza, but if you're a parent, this is even better for waffles and pancakes. The most annoying thing in the world is cutting up waffles and pancakes. This done in 2 seconds, bro. Multifaceted. Every kitchen should have at least one pizza cutter, in my opinion. All right, it's been 8 minutes. Woo! Man, I'm so excited about this. Can't forget about sriracha. Sriracha has 0 calories per teaspoon. Zero calories, bro. So much flavor. I'm only gonna put it on this one right here. We'll leave the pepperoni one the way that it was. Alright guys, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the high protein, low fat tortilla pizza. I just call them tortilla pizzas. And that's what I put in my fitness pal under. Let's test it because, to be honest, none of this matters if it's not delicious. I know some people are thinking, oh, well, I only like thick crust pizza, whatever. You can add that, but you have to account for those calories. I like thin crust pizza personally. This gives it a nice little crunch, but also you're chewing through it. It has a doughy feel to it. That's good. The seasoning, the sauce, those turkey pepperonis. Turkey pepperoni is so much better than people give it credit for. Alright, let's try one of the spinach pieces. That Laughing Cow makes it super milky. And look how much pizza I get to eat. Alright, so for this whole meal, if I eat both pizzas, which I most definitely am, it is only 566 calories, 70 grams of protein, 28 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fat. That's awesome. 566 calories. That times 3 is gonna keep you under the 2,000. I only eat 2 big meals a day usually, and then I have snacks in between that are protein bars or protein shakes, that kind of stuff. It all depends on what your diet is, but to keep your meal at around 550 calories, eating that pizza, that much pizza, and you can cut that in half. You can only eat one of the pieces and you can add other stuff in. Sometimes I'll make one and I'll have grapes, or I'll have yogurt, or I'll have something else. So delicious, high in protein, low fat, low calorie, and most importantly, it tastes good. So you're not gonna jump off the wagon and start binge eating. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Healthier Lifestyles with Corey Styles. If you tuned in for the Thick and Chunky show and you're surprised I'm not eating unhealthy food, I'm sorry. This is as close as I'm getting, but this is delicious. Please make sure that you subscribe if you're not already. Reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook. The links are all in the description. I'd love to hear your recipes in the comments below. I'd love to hear what it is that you're doing. Where are you at in your weight loss? Where are you at in your body? I just love hearing people's stories, and the fact that people are getting inspired by the changes that I've made is really inspiring to me. I started this journey to be healthier for my family, to be healthier for my kids and my wife. I've gotten there, and I'm continuing this journey for them and for me. I'm really loving how I feel. I'm really loving how I'm starting to look, and I just love the fact that I'm opening up to a whole new world of health and fitness. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Peace.